Welcome to Brainetainment, where we feed your mind with nourishing knowledge. Today we delve into the realm of food. Food, it's a universal language, a means of survival, and for many, an art. But it's not always as simple as it seems. There's a science to it, a delicate balance between what's delicious and what's dangerous. In our quest for health and wellness, we often hear about the benefits of raw foods, but not all foods are safe to consume in their uncooked state. Some harbor harmful bacteria, while others contain natural toxins that cooking can neutralize. From the seemingly innocuous potato to the exotic elderberry, there's a surprising list of foods that pose risks when eaten raw. Whether you're a seasoned chef or a kitchen novice, it's essential to know which foods to steer clear of in their raw state. Stay with us as we uncover the 10 foods you should never eat raw. First on our list is raw kidney beans. Now, you might be wondering, what's the big deal about raw kidney beans? Well, these seemingly harmless legumes house a rather pesky toxin known as phytohemagglutinin. When consumed in their raw or undercooked form, these beans can cause a slew of unpleasant symptoms. We're talking severe nausea, vomiting, and even diarrhea. In fact, just a handful of these beans, if consumed raw, can lead to phytohemagglutinin poisoning. Yes, it's as alarming as it sounds. The good news is you can easily avoid this. All it takes is proper cooking. Soaking the beans for at least 5 hours and then boiling them for at least 10 minutes can help neutralize this toxin. So the next time you're considering a kidney bean dish, don't rush the cooking process. Take your time and cook those beans well. Always remember, when it comes to kidney beans, cooked is the way to go. Moving on to the second food that you should never eat raw, potatoes. This staple food, found in almost every pantry, is usually a safe bet, but when it's raw or has a greenish hue, things can go awry. Why, you ask? The answer lies in a naturally occurring toxic compound called solanine. Green potatoes are loaded with this substance, whose consumption can lead to solanine poisoning. The symptoms can range from nausea and vomiting to hallucinations and paralysis in severe cases. Surprisingly, solanine is a defense mechanism of the potato plant, warding off insects, fungi, and other predators. But it doesn't discriminate between pests and humans. Cooking, however, significantly reduces the levels of solanine, making potatoes safe to eat. So the next time you're thinking of reaching for a raw potato, remember, it might not be the best idea. So when it comes to potatoes, make sure to give them a good old roast, boil, or fry. Next up on our list is a favorite of many: hot dogs. Now, while they may not necessarily be raw, pre-cooked hot dogs can pose a serious health risk if not heated properly before consuming. Yes, even though they might appear cooked and are usually sold in the refrigerated section, they can still harbor harmful bacteria. One particularly nasty culprit is listeria, a bacteria that thrives in cold environments and can survive even in your refrigerator. Listeria contamination can lead to listeriosis, a serious infection that primarily affects pregnant women, newborns, older adults, and individuals with weakened immune systems. Symptoms can include fever, muscle aches, and even more severe complications such as meningitis. So, the next time you're craving a quick hot dog snack, remember to heat it properly. Pop it on the grill, boil it, or microwave it until it's steaming hot. This simple step can make all the difference. Remember, always heat your hot dogs to a safe temperature before consuming. Our next food item may surprise you. It's milk. Yes, the creamy white liquid we've all grown up drinking. Now, we're not referring to the typical pasteurized milk you find in your local supermarket, but rather raw milk. Raw milk is milk that has not been pasteurized to kill harmful bacteria. This can potentially include bacteria such as salmonella, E. coli, and listeria, each of which poses serious health risks. Now, some people swear by its potential health benefits, claiming that it's more natural or nutritious. However, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or the CDC, warns against it. They argue that the dangers far outweigh any potential benefits, particularly for pregnant women, children, the elderly, and those with weakened immune systems. So, while it may be tempting to try raw milk in pursuit of a more natural diet, remember this: food safety is paramount. So think twice before going for raw milk. Now let's talk about eggplant. This purple-hued delight is a staple in many cuisines around the world, but here's a little-known fact: it's not wise to eat it raw. You see, eggplants contain a naturally occurring chemical compound called solanine. Solanine is found in all parts of the plant, but particularly in the leaves and fruit. It's a pest deterrent for the plant, but for us humans, it can cause quite a bit of trouble if consumed in large amounts. Symptoms of solanine poisoning can include nausea, vomiting, and in severe cases, hallucinations or paralysis. While the amount of solanine in a single raw eggplant is unlikely to cause severe symptoms, it can certainly make you feel unwell. Plus, cooking eggplant not only makes it safe to eat, but also brings out its rich, smoky flavor. So always cook your eggplant before eating. Next on the list is raw meat and poultry. Now, this might seem obvious to many, but the importance of thoroughly cooking these foods cannot be overstated. Raw or undercooked meat and poultry are notorious for harboring harmful bacteria such as salmonella and E. coli. These microorganisms can cause a range of illnesses, from mild food poisoning to severe and potentially life-threatening infections. Salmonella is particularly common in poultry, including chicken and turkey. It's a tricky bacterium because it doesn't affect the taste, smell, or appearance of the meat. E. coli, on the other hand, is often found in beef, especially ground beef. It can lead to serious health issues like kidney failure. So, to keep these troublesome bacteria at bay, always cook your meat and poultry to a safe temperature. Use a meat thermometer if necessary. Remember, when it comes to meat and poultry, it's better to be safe than sorry. Always cook your meat and poultry to a safe temperature before consuming. Coming up next is raw shellfish. Now, the allure of raw oysters or clams can be quite strong, especially for seafood lovers. But did you know that consuming raw shellfish can put you at risk of food poisoning and viral infections? You see, shellfish are filter feeders, meaning they absorb and concentrate whatever is present in the water around them, including harmful bacteria, viruses, and toxins. The most common pathogen found in raw shellfish is Vibrio vulnificus, a bacterium that can cause severe illness and even death in some cases. Additionally, shellfish can be a source of norovirus, a highly contagious virus that causes gastroenteritis, often leading to nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. And let's not forget hepatitis A, another virus potentially present in raw shellfish, which can lead to liver disease. So, while the idea of raw shellfish may seem tempting, the risks involved are simply not worth it. So it's always safer to cook your shellfish before eating. Next on our list is elderberries. These small dark berries are a popular ingredient in pies, jams, and medicinal syrups due to their high nutrient content and potential health benefits. However, consuming them raw can pose some serious health risks. This is because elderberries contain cyanide-inducing glycosides. When consumed, these glycosides can produce cyanide, a toxic compound that can cause nausea, vomiting, and in extreme cases even death. The risk is particularly high when the berries are not fully ripe, or if the leaves, stems, or seeds are consumed, as these parts of the plant have the highest concentration of glycosides. Cooking elderberries effectively neutralizes these harmful compounds, making the berries safe to eat. So whether you're making a pie or brewing a medicinal syrup, remember to heat those elderberries first. By doing so, you can enjoy the health benefits of these potent berries without risking your well-being. So ensure to cook your elderberries before consumption. Last but not least, we have raw sprouts. Now, sprouts may seem like a healthy and fresh addition to your salads and sandwiches, but there's more than meets the eye. When sprouts are grown, they're kept in warm and humid conditions, which are ideal for bacteria to thrive. This increases the risk of bacterial contamination, specifically from harmful strains like E. coli and salmonella. These bacteria are notorious for causing foodborne illnesses, which can lead to severe symptoms such as diarrhea, fever, and abdominal cramps, and in some rare cases, it can even be life-threatening. Now, this doesn't mean you should completely avoid sprouts. Cooking sprouts can effectively kill these harmful bacteria, making them safe to eat. So, whether you're preparing a stir-fry or a salad, ensure to thoroughly cook your sprouts before adding them to your dish. Always remember to cook your sprouts before eating. That's about it for today's episode. We've journeyed through the realm of raw food, uncovering the hidden dangers lurking within. We've discovered the potential risks of consuming raw kidney beans laden with toxic lectins. We've peeled back the truth about raw potatoes laden with solanine. We delved into the murky waters of raw shellfish, a potential breeding ground for harmful bacteria and viruses. A seemingly innocent hot dog, when consumed raw, can be a source of listeria. We've debunked the myth of raw milk's health benefits, revealing the risk of harmful bacteria. We've unmasked the solanine content in raw eggplants, and we've exposed the dangers of raw meat and poultry, a potential source of salmonella and E. coli. We've also touched on raw elderberries containing cyanide-inducing glycosides, And finally, we've highlighted the bacterial risks associated with raw sprouts. Remember, always stay safe with your food choices. Don't forget to subscribe to Braintainment for more enlightening content. Until next time.